back to Pandaemonium. Let's continue the Abyssos. Called Abyssos, right? The Abyssos raids. Yes, Abyssos. Hola, Brea, how you doing? Oh, I forgot to change my gloves. Oh well, I'll do that after. Hephaistos is cunning, despite his warped mind. Whatever took hold of Erictonios, it made short work of his reason. From the moment he laid eyes upon me, I could sense his hatred and rage, shimmering below the surface. It was but a matter of time until it spilled forth, and that was when he fell into the spell's embrace. A magic woven with such skill that Erictonios himself failed to notice until it was too late. If this is the measure of Hephaistos' power, then the other keywords had little chance to resist it. We saw his work during our encounter with Hesperos. Doubtless Hephaistos. I can't pronounce his word. Hephaistos' magics fed his admiration and envy until there was room for naught else in his heart. And there was something else besides. Did you not feel the presence of another? As I thought, someone was trying to warn Erictonios, but whom? Could it have been one of the keywords? Alas, the warning arrived too late. I had already provoked Erictonios past the point of no return. I hear the burden of his failure in my stubbornness. I could but scorn the boy, and Hephaistos knew that. And now I dread to think of the ordeal that awaits him due to my rashness. There is time yet to save him. We can easily regain control of Abyssos, giving us a firm foothold from which to brave Pandaemonium's lower level. The enemy is within reach. Just as with Hesperos, Erictonios is in danger of being consumed by Hephaistos' spell. However, I have faith that he will not easily lose sight of himself. The way forward is clear, La Habrea. Pray tell us all you know of what we shall find behind it. Tell us what you know of what we shall find beyond Abyssos. I can only assume, once more, one more keyword lies in the wait. The deepest level of Pandaemonium is called Tartaros, and your passage shall be challenged not only by a keyword. Hephaistos has laid traps in every corner of its halls. You have no hope of surviving far past the threshold. That I'd expect is where patios shall shine. Her dissolute Aether shall allow her to slip through the traps unimpeded. We saw it when Hephaistos had no effect, and doubtless even has yet to devise a countermeasure. The time is of the essence. Hephaistos is already well aware that you can match a keyword in battle. He will not stand idle while you stroll past his other defenses at your leisure. Agreed. However, clarity will be indispensable to our success, and I'm afraid I must insist upon it ere we depart. I'm ready. Are you guys ready? We have yet to discern to what end Hephaistos would use Erectonios. If you know, I would ask that you enlighten us. And then there's the matter of Athena. Why do you so fiercely rebuke Erectonius' feelings for his mother? I'll understand the very thought of resurrecting the dead is anathema. You act as if grief over her passing should be equally so. How are we to grapple with what plagues our friend and drives our foe if you refuse to acknowledge it? I do acknowledge it. I wish only to spare those that feel it still greater pain. Well, let's see, you biker, so you drove your own son over the edge. Did you mean to protect Erectonios with your silence? That's a good choice, actually. So instead of being honest, you bicker. Or should I say, and so you drove your own son over the edge? Or should I say, did you mean to protect Erectonios with your silence? How about, did you mean to protect Erectonios with your silence? How dare you? No, you are right. The blame of Erectonius' fate rests squarely on my shoulders. Very well, I shall lay bare the truth, but only after the foe before us has been laid low. The remaining keyword is Agditis. She served in Pandaemonium since its inception, and her affinity for magic is peerless even among the keywords. Hephaistos knows that losing her would mean the end of his experiment. He has hidden her in a space unreachable by conventional means. But your presence here makes mockery of such barriers. The scarcity of your Aether means it will be trivial to send you directly to Agditis. We shall approach as closely as caution will allow. We know where the battle will commence, so I do not anticipate difficulty in detecting your presence. From afar, I shall do my best to provide you with ground on which to fight and phantom allies to aid you. As for the interment, I have yet to think of a foolproof method. Interment shall not be necessary. From here I can sense Agditis' essence, but it is scarcely recognizable. Hephaistos was more ambitious with her than he was of hegemony. She was been transfigured such that barely a scantling of herself remains. We can but take comfort in what mercy the underworld will do to her. Abyssos, the seventh circle. Before I enter, though, I want to use the glamour. Where's my other? Let's make sure to remove those stupid gloves. Apply. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Should I go for my angel costume? That looks pretty sick, actually. Oh, Songbird is pretty good. Actually, since we're an angel, let's go with the angel costume, right? We're basically an angel, right? Yeah, let's go with the angel costume. There we go. Got a couple outfits. Let's go with the angel one. There we go. How do I look now, Labrea? Do I look pretty strong? Yeah, I'm strong. I got wings. I can fly. Yay! Erictonio's mind falls into the hands of the enemy, and he is speared away to Tartaros, Pandaemonium's deepest circle. The only path to his rescue goes through Agditis, whose magics are peerless among the keywords. But more so now that they have been augmented by Hephaistos' endless experimentation. To deliver her soul from suffering and bring Erictonios to safety, you must face your most daunting foe yet. You say it's the most daunting foe in like every single description, I think. Oh, it's starting. Just need one person to press ready. Alright, let's do this. The heck is that thing? Wow, that's what happened to Agditis? Probably, oh, I forgot my food. Ah! Oh shit, I had to move. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna move here. Why is there bridges? Okay, that's why there's bridges.
Who the fuck are these? Come on. What the heck? I see. There we go. Wind Summer. Oh shit. I did not expect that. That was my bad. Fuck, I got caught by that. Yeah, at least that was the end.
The moment Arcutis was slain, the flow of Aether and Pandaemonium focused keenly on this location, creating a tunnel of sorts through which we could quickly convey ourselves. It was almost as if we were ushered here. This space was created with care and concealed with powerful wards. Only a keyword would have been able to detect it, and even then, with great difficulty. Ergo, you still managed to. If only I could restore Tartarus to order, but I am afraid this is the most I can manage with such power as remains to me. It has been so long, Master La Habrea. Likewise, keyword Agditis. I should not be surprised you were able to break free of Hephaistos' spell, even diminished as you were. It was not an easy task, even with your aid. His curses dig into one's heart, creating a storm of emotions that is all too easy to become lost in. Only by chance did a fragment of myself remain, illuminating a path through the madness. And thus I am able to appear before you now, even while my body was powerless to resist Hephaistos' commands. Some part of my logical mind stood alone in defiance, even managed to speak to the outside world. The report, that was you? Doubtless you recognize my voice from my many times I have called out to you. The hope that those pleas would not fall on deaf ears was all that kept me from succumbing to hopelessness. But I have a greater purpose here than simply saying my farewells. There's something you must know, that the tragedies of the past do not repeat in the present. Forgive me for what I am about to do, Master La Habrea, but a story must be told. This is the only way to understand Hephaistos' fixation on Erectonios. No longer can you hide your heart away. Okay. No longer can you hide your heart away. Hephaistos, no. The mask marks him as La Habrea. Master La Habrea had brought an end to Lady Athena's life and sealed away a part of his memories and emotions within Hephaistos. These are my recollections of the moments following. And you truly have no intention of revealing the truth to Erectonios. My lesser half is now buried where none can find it. We would be wise to do the same with our memory of this day. Blood should not sway the spirit, but Athena's teachings have warped the boy. I fear he would see our star burn to keep his mother safe. Erectonios believes that he feels love, but he is shackled by dependence. He could not bear the truth.
His dependence makes it all the more important to be with him. He will seek answers about his mother's loss, which shall inevitably lead him to you. Are you willing to accept the blame for Athena's death? Are you willing to accept your son's hatred?
If that is what comes to pass, then so be it. Better to be burdened with hatred than the knowledge that Athena taught his body and soul as mere tools to be used and discarded. Even were I to tell him what his mother plotted, he would not ever seek reason to believe that the truth fault lies with me or with him. Should he merely hate me, he will remain unfettered by doubt, free to serve the star from his parents' shadow.
Oh boy. So, Erectonios loved his mother more than life itself. And yet, what a dreadful truth you've borne all this time. Such is La Habrea's nature. Even every word, a solution to life's greatest dilemmas, and none to spare for his own. What I have revealed to you is but a small portion of a larger picture. I shall leave it to La Habrea to paint the rest for you, and for Erectonios, I hope.
Thank you, Agdidus.
How do you even pronounce that? I need someone to say it so I know how to pronounce Agdidus.
Agdidus?
I always admired you, you know. What choice did I have when you sacrificed so much to guide our star to the heavens?
Hephaistos has doubtless sensed that his final keyword has fallen. We should return to the surface before he moves to strike us here. If we are to face him, we must be prepared to bring our full strength to bear. Agdidus was never a bold woman, even in her final moments, that she would unearth the secrets of my past for all to look upon. Still, full glad am I that she faced you at least at her last opponent. I could think of none more worthy to send her off to the other side.
Yes, I'm definitely worthy. I'm definitely worthy. That's for sure. For glamour, let's take, the songbird. Yes. Let's finish off with this.
The vision you saw told the story far more eloquently than I ever could. Athena was consumed by research, and was willing to sacrifice her own child if it hastened her progress.
did not offer him a position here out of a sense of love or pride. It was merely because she knew he would be the most pliable test subject.
I see. Now why you hid the truth from him? I cannot say with certainty that Erectonius could handle the weight of such betrayal after holding his mother on a pedestal for so long.
Unfortunately, it seems not even her death has ensured his safety. Hephaistos has taken up Athena's research and succeeded in creating Hemeteo. I know not what his ultimate end is. It is plain it is connected with the resurrection of Athena.
That knowledge alone is sufficient to direct our next course of action. As for the rest of your story, we shall hear it after we have returned to Erectonius to safety, in accordance with the Actidus last wish.
Very well.
I can at least assure you that finding him shall prove relatively simple now, that Hephaistos can no longer bend Pandaemonium to his will.
There is but one place left for him to find refuge, the Black Heart of Tartaros, where Athena built her testing compound.
I can assume that Hephaistos will offer fierce resistance. I must focus my every effort on securing a safe means of approach. La Habrea, I would ask that you assume the duty of summoning Padios' phantom warriors.
I have no objections. My ability to fight within Tartaros would be greatly diminished in any case. However, I wish to deal the final blow to Hephaistos myself. There's no need to dirty your hands with such a deed.
I take it that you have no intent to seal him away as before.
The presence I felt when I encountered Hephaistos bore little resemblance to the entity I created. By his own hand, he has become something far more wicked than the same magics that once shackled him may very well shatter before the power he wields.
Yeah, so basically we can't restrain him, so we have to destroy him, right? Yeah, I get it.
On my pride as a researcher, I am loath to repeat the same mistake twice. I would not see these events play out again, so he must be extinguished.
Well then, I shall open the way forward. May we finish this together.
Abyssos, the 8th circle.
Make sure to make sure to my food buff. Which one should I take? Vitality 8%, vitality 10%, that's pretty good. That's a 5-10, vitality 8% exertion. Vitality 8, spell speed. CP plus 21, control, I don't use CP. PT, that would be good though, PT, because PT increases my healing, right? Let's do the 530, because there's also determination in this one. PT 550. Do I have anyone? No. Okay, let's do this with him. Oh, I should have waited till I'm actually in the fight before using it, but that's fine. Alright,
Alright, let's go in.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
No, Erictonios is chained up. We need to help him.
Oh, there's Hephaistos.
Erictonios is mine, heart and soul. And with your death, none will be left to stop me.
Oh, we're ready, Hephaistos. We're gonna destroy you.
Rest eternal in the dark depths of this prison. From molten flame my servants rise. Out of my sight!
Oh shit, that's what Sunforge does, okay.
Leave naught but ash in your way. Let's seep sorrow into your heart. A fitting death.
Okay, I see. I should pay attention to what Sunforge does. I should pay attention to the dragons. Okay.
Behold the fruits of sacrifice. You are afraid to be consumed.
Shit. I did not notice the eye. Well, at least it was just petrification. Fuck.
Perish in flames embrace. Go forth and sate your boundless hunger.
Oh, what the fuck?
From fountain flame my servants rise. Out of my sight. I shall see my wish fulfilled. know my rage.
There, fuck. Then go over here. Shh, that was close.
Sheer flesh from bone. Please, Lord, put ash in your way. I'm tired of this farce. Behold the fruits of sacrifice. You are afraid to be consumed. Perish in flames and bricks. Go forth and sate your boundless hunger.
Fuck, that was not fast enough. I almost got it though.
From molten flame my servants rise. A fitting death.
Fuck. Oh, that was close. Limit break, yeah, let's go.
I shall see my wish fulfilled. You will know my rage.
Oh, this again. Because it's this, and this, and this. Okay. This. Oh god. Okay. Ready.
Praying before a god. but ash is your way. Let's seep sorrow into your heart. Fulgent flame my servants rise. Out of my sight! Behold the fruits of sacrifice! You are prey to be consumed!
And down he goes. They did good jobs too. I'll just pick one person randomly. Let's see what we get here. Oh, wind up to Erictonius. I want that. Neat. And let's get the ring. Can't get anything else, so we're... Let's get out.
The chain that led to this moment began with my error. When out of mercy I couldn't find you here. Now I break it and leave no trace of you behind. This is not over. I see, you will not go peacefully.
No, let our boy go. Let Erictonius go. Let him go. Yeah, let him go.
Even a cast-off would uphold his pride, though such impulse must speak to the overwhelming arrogance of my other half. The name Hephaistos shall grow to eclipse yours. None shall remember the deeds of La Habrea once I fulfill Athena's ambition and bring Erictonius' dream to life. You speak as if you care a whit for the boy. Why then do you cower behind him? The There's some desires which must not be realized. Athena would see the world destroyed if it meant she could find hers in the ruins. As for Rectonios, he knows not what his wish would beget, a truth which you have hidden from him. Do you truly believe a father's role is to deceive and manipulate?
My wish?
You would claim the name Hephaistos and call yourself his father, yet you bind his mind and body in dark chains. Your words and your pride ring hollow. Athena wanted her son by her side. He desires to return there. What wickedness is there in mending a broken family? Athena cared not for Rectonios beyond how he could serve her ends. You claim to be acting in his interests. It is plain you are no different. As I assured Athena to her end, I vowed that my sole mission in life would be to guide this star true. In service of that vow, I silenced the whispers of my heart. I could not nurture a son whilst an entire world looked to me for guidance. For that choice, I bear the responsibility. Yet he is still my son, and I'll not suffer you to seduce him with false hope. You, who are naught but the bitter dregs of Athena, and I, the very worst of us.
Mother, no, then how do I? Hearken to your heart, come back to us, trust in Lava Brea. What advice should I give him? Hearken to your heart. There we go. I hear you. I owe you, Antemis, an apology. Athena, did you ever, in La Brea and I will have my say.
How? His mind was mine.
I can't explain. Pandios' word reached me through the haze. They rang loud and clear, as did the words of another, in a voice much like yours, be resounding with truth.
When did you master these bonds? Oh, we've entered much worse. You worthless, you are.
Rectonios, are you okay? Are you okay, Rectonios? It appears my failure has borne fruit after all.
did well, my son. With Hephaistos' essence contained in this crystal, we may safely return Erectonius above. That we would bind Hephaistos with only half his senses intact. You quite understand his adeptness in the art of interment. It was hardly what I had in mind, but a feat deserving of praise nonetheless. Determination. We're still not done, eh? More cutscenes, alright. Truth about imperfection? Okay. I feel no trace of Hephaistos' poison in your mind, and for a blessing, it appears your body is none the worse for wear.
I made my way here as soon as I could. I no longer sense Hephaistos, and the force assailing Pandaemonium's barriers has ceased. Are we rid of him for good and all? I see. Despite his muddled senses, Erectonius felt that to seal Hephaistos away was the proper course. It wasn't so noble as that. I only knew something had to be done, so I acted. La Brea, was that how you dealt with Hephaistos in the past?
Indeed, he was naught but parts of my memory and soul that I had cut away. A mass of Aether without a material vessel. Storing his assets within a crystal was the most logical choice.
On that matter, I believe the time has come for you to share the rest of your tale of Hephaistos' creation and Athena's end. I hear your words, but only vaguely, as if from under the surface of a deep pool my mother wished to use me. I would hear the whole truth. I want to know what happened here, and what drove Athena to act as she did. I'm ready.
Athena's brilliance outshone us all. Even the other members of the wards of La Brea were as children in comparison. So dedicated to research was she that it was not unheard of for her to forget meals or even sleep. Her mind was ever grasping for knowledge, and was in this endless search that she became obsessed with uncovering the secrets of life itself. You see, while we can conceive life in various forms, the means of creating a soul are beyond our ken. Similarly, though, we can enhance and alter our physical vessels. We have ever been bound to them. Athena's purpose was to shatter these limitations.
Such limitations as we were not meant to surpass. She sought to enter the realm of the gods. Scarce few have the ability to comprehend what such a task entails, let alone the courage to attempt it. For most, the thought would be an idle fancy, considered once and then discarded, but not so for Athena.
As leader of the wards of La Brea, I spoke with her often without transcending our being. From an academic perspective, the challenge has plagued countless of researchers through the ages. It was during these musings that I began to formulate a theory, a means by which a person could meld with creation. The weakness of one would be mitigated by the strengths of the other, and the result could be something greater than we have ever managed. Although it was but a theory, Athena insisted I developed it further. Curious about every detail along the way, our conversations began more frequent, and our platonic relationship grew into something much more. I take it I was born not so soon after? Just so. I believe she bore true affection for me and was blind to her hidden intentions. When Pandaemonium was built and she requested to lead the researchers, I saw no reason to deny her. Even setting aside the relationship, her accomplishments as a scholar made her the obvious choice. However, in giving her Pandaemonium, I also gave her free rein to conduct whatever experiments she could devise. And when you found out what she was doing, you killed her. I made haste to Pandaemonium the moment I learned of these hidden chambers. I left Agditis to keep watch from Tartaros's vestibule as I ventured deeper, knowing not what would await me. As for what occurred next, it is best to see with your own eyes. Is that me? Yes, that is you. You are well aware that our respect for our neighbors in Elpis, the researchers of Pandaemonium, are not to be masked. Yet you stand before me with your face covered. What petty defiance is this?
What indeed? What indeed? So quick you are to rebuke me, though you yourself have not set foot in these halls since their inception.
You must have known you could not conceal this from myself and Agditis forever, as well as you know that I cannot allow it to continue. I shall say this but once. Release Erictonios, else I shall have no choice but to strike you down.
I would meet my end at the hands of none other. However, ere my time is come, I will have you know the why of it.
Then you will not desist.
Once you understand what has driven me this far, you shall see that stopping was never an option.
The feelings of one weigh little against the need of the entire star.
Of course, of that I am well aware, but you did not deign to descend from your lofty heights simply to lecture me, as you would a child. You have an interest in my motivations? What possessed Athena, peerless researcher and mother to the son of the great Labrea, to embark upon the path to her downfall? History will demand an answer, but it is you who deserves one. Give me your hand, Labrea, and I will show you. possible? You bonded your souls?
Aye, the boundaries between us would cease to be. She offered me everything to be understood. I found myself unable to refuse. At that moment, my mind was a storm of questions, yet one roared the loudest. Did Athena ever truly love me?
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah, probably not.
I am become thee, memory and mind.
And I thee.
Can you feel it? My heart, all that I am.
Yes, as if it were my own. A fathomless desire to dissect the mysteries of life, to transcend our mortal flesh and bleed into a higher plane of existence. An unquenchable thirst for knowledge, not a single thought spared for another, for the star.
How disappointing. What is known cannot be unknown. You have beheld my life's work. Try as you might to excise my memory, the seed of desire remains. And when it takes root, you too shall be consumed by the self-same fervor.
I will dig it out. I will dispense with the corruption my soul ere you rot, till insight spreads. It was my weakness that let this wickedness fester, but never again. Today I cast aside fickle emotion and abide in duty alone. Today I renounce all that I was and live only as La Habrea. Thus, I forsake the part of myself that had been polluted by Athena, sealing it within a crystal. Never did I think I would one day face those memories in the flesh.
Forgive my bluntness, but your actions bordered on insanity. To go to such lengths to escape your memories, you nearly rewrote your very existence.
Rest assured, the change did not go unnoticed by our colleagues in the convocation. Igarum and Emmett Selk in particular made plain the suspicions they harbored.
As well as they should have, that your escape with your lives was nothing short of a miracle. Then why didn't you destroy the crystal then and there? Did you think to one day make use of the knowledge it contained?
I will not deny such considerations played into my decision, but my main motivation was fear. I had never attempted such a feat before. The crystal, my sole recourse, should something go awry with the remainder of my soul. In hindsight, to cling to it was a mistake born of doubt. Athena must have anticipated that I would resort to such measures. I prepared a vessel beforehand that would accept the dregs of my soul. Hephaistos doubtless believed he was performing his duty as a husband and father should, yet in truth, he was but a puppet, being pulled to and from Athena's desire. His goal was not to raise himself high. He thought only of seeing his dear Athena live again, that she might finish what she had began. Yet for all of that, he and I were alike. We yet shared a fatal flaw, you see. Our need for control blinded us to the other's perspectives.
While I was enthralled to Hephaistos, you called out to me. What say you now? Does La Habrea speak true? What does your heart tell you? I just want to know one thing. Did you truly believe that hiding the truth was the best for me? Even knowing how I felt about Mother. The La Habrea I know had a fatal flaw after all. I'm still not convinced.
I have said all that I can say. Now it is for you to choose to believe me or not.
The La Habrea I know holds duty above all else. I would sooner prostrate myself before an erupting volcano than place my fickle emotions in this path. When you return to the surface, you'll doubtless don that mask once more. So before we climb out of this forsaken pit, I suppose I should say, thank you, Hephaistos. Thank you, Hephaistos. I've heard enough. There's more I would yet discuss, but we first must return to Pandaemonium's gate. I'll gather my thoughts on the way. I owe you an apology, Helios. It was due to my own inexperience that Hephaistos was so easily able to take hold of my mind. I also owe you thanks. If you and Timus hadn't chosen to brave the chaos occurring in a Pandaemonium, then I would have been never known La Habrea's story, my father's story. It was a tale I too was fascinated to hear. I very much look forward to speaking with Azem upon my return. I cannot help but wonder how much of this she foresaw. I am afraid I cannot allow that, Elidibus. So long as you retain control of Pandaemonium, there is work to be done. But of course, I shall first free the remaining Wander Orders and restore this place to its former glory.
Using the facilities in Tartaros, we should be able to reverse the changes made to their bodies and minds. I shall stay behind to oversee the process.
That is well, but I must yet learn, why was I considered the key to Hephaistos' experiments? How he intended to revive Athena?
Such questions are best left unanswered. In fact, I forbid the pursuit of that knowledge. The boundary between man and creation shall never again be crossed. And I intend to destroy the crystal containing Hephaistos' essence. That this mistake never again repeats.
I see. No reason to gainsay your judgment. There's yet the matter of your crystal, however. Truth be told, I had not considered its origin until I saw the one containing Hephaistos' Aether. I was struck by how wholly different they were.
There is another. While imbuing a crystal from memories is a simple process, storing a message, a warning even, would be something altogether more complex. This also means that someone besides the present company, and Azem, was aware of the plot unfolding within Pandaemonium.
Then why would they not make themselves known even now? No threats remain.
Perhaps it was one of the other warders. We shall question them after they are freed.
That task may yet take some time. A resource I'd rather not steal more of you from. Return at your leisure, and we will share our results then. We've done more than enough for the time being. I am of the same mind. Leave the loose ends to us, and continue upon your journey. Or if you're so inclined, take a much-needed repose.
This talk of journey smacks of Azem.
As well as it should. She has pledged to keep moving until she has seen every corner of the world. If you do find yourself a spare moment, you might bring that crystal of yours to La Brea. He may be able to offer further insight. Until then, my friend. Why, Fitzpatios, excuse me if I'm not my usual chirper self, but we have not been without our difficulties in your absence. You see, communication with the airship Professor Claudian commissioned for his search was lost some time ago, and now we have quite lost track of where he might be. And to make matters worse, Nemeji has just sent word of an unusually large amount of energy coming from somewhere within the Ethereal Sea. I was just on my way to the Antiescope. In fact, please, you must come with me. Oh my god, that is Pandaemonium. It just appeared in our time now. Pandaemonium appeared in our time now. Oh, what is that? Is it real? That isn't Pandaemonium.
Is it that whenever danger visits the world, you are never far behind? Oh, Fortuno. Hi, Fortuno. And you too, Professor Claudian's assistants, I take it. As you arrive before me, I take it you are involved in this. I would thank you to furnish me with an explanation. That is Pandaemonium. So now Pandaemonium is in the future? I mean, in the present and the past at the same time. So now, I'm assuming the next time we're going to go in Pandaemonium will be in the future. Interesting. So now we're back in the present. I like the time travel in this. We go in the past, then go back in the future, and then we learn more about Pandaemonium. While the research summary you submitted to forum gave us no cause for concern, these details are alarming. The professor's last message indicated he was on his way to XIV, but we know not whether he ever reached the destination. A rash endeavor, even for Claudian, but he has never allowed the thrill of discovery to cloud his better judgment. We have no recourse but to entreat Ishgard's aid in searching for him. As for that unsightly fortress which materialized in the Ethereal Sea, Pandaemonium, was it? It cannot be left alone. For the time being, information regarding this matter must be strictly controlled as to minimize panic. We will gather those with knowledge of the Ethereal Sea and continue monitoring it for further irregularities. You two, submit a detailed report to the forum at once. At present, we have far more questions than answers. Nevertheless, I would ask for your assistance at such a time that our investigation is concluded. Very good. Now if you will excuse me, I must apprise the forum of what has occurred here. Something's happening in Pandaemonium in the present. I wonder if we're gonna go to the present version of Pandaemonium in the next raid tier. I mean, that would be pretty good, right? In the next patches, if we like go in the present version of Pandaemonium and see what actually is happening instead of going to the past. Just when we need him the most, Professor Claudian remains unaccounted for. He even brought the crystal with him. We are left with a scarce few straws to grasp at. While I'm but a lowly assistant, even I can see that our current problem are likely related. The same party or phenomenon may be responsible for both. Conversely, I see now that my unexperienced imagination failed to do Pandaemonium's spitless spires justice. I can only wonder if the facility itself traversed the ages. Did the creations within do the same? What of the keywords? But answers to these questions shall come in time, I am sure. For now, I must do as Fortuno asked and write that report. As for you, pray get what rest you get rest. As for you, pray get what rest your responsibilities will allow. When next we call upon you, I wager we shall need you in prime condition. Bell speed, I guess? PD, I guess? Finish Pandaemonium, and now Pandaemonium has appeared in the Ethereal Sea in the present. So something bad is happening in the present right now. Oh, we'll find out next time in the next update. So see you guys next time.